So hi everyone, today I'm going to discuss to you the item response theory. I will give brief discussions about the topic and I will also give the strengths and weaknesses of the item response theory, and at the end I will share my personal opinion regarding the topic.
To begin with, let us define item response theory. Item response theory, also known as the latent response theory, refers to a family of mathematical models that attempt to explain the relationship between latent traits or the unobservable characteristic or attribute and their manifestations or the observed outcomes, responses, or performance. IRT is a measurement theory that maps data observed on participants to the latent trait assumed to be causing the observations. Data often comes from questionnaires but could come from anywhere, as long as we have substantive theory that links the two. Furthermore, item response theory is a way to analyze responses to tests or questionnaires with the goal of improving measurement accuracy and reliability. IRT also relevant to the field of educational measurement in that it is widely used by measurement practitioners for developing and scoring standardized tests such as the SAT, ACT, and statewide K-12 achievement tests in mathematics, reading, and other academic domains. Let's move forward to the strengths of item response theory. First, the IRT provides mathematical models for the latent traits, proposing forms of representing the relationship between the probability of a respondent to give a certain response to an item and its latent trait and item's characteristics are the parameters in the knowledge field studied. Second, IRT is the principle of invariance. The item parameters do not depend on the respondent's latent traits and the individual's parameters do not depend on the items presented. Third, it includes the possibility of comparing the latent traits of individuals of different populations when they are submitted to tests or questionnaires that have certain common tests. Fourth, contribution of each item to precision of total test score can be assessed or can tailor tests to need. The main feature of this theory lies in fact of considering each item individually without revealing the total scores, and so the conclusion does not depend on the instrument as a whole but of each item that comprises it. 6. It also allows for the comparison of individuals the same population submitted to total different tests. And lastly, this is possible because the IRT has the items as its central elements. Hence, the item response theory was developed mainly to overcome the limitations of the classic test theory, which is also known as latent trait theory. Moving on with the weaknesses of item response theory. First, the main limitation of IRT is that it is a complex model requiring much larger samples of people. As many as 500 or 1,000 examinees may be needed to obtain stable results, depending on the complexity of the chosen model. IRT are also strict assumptions. Also, it is more difficult to use than CTT. Computer programs not readily available and models are complex and difficult to understand.
So this time I will share my personal opinion about the topic, the item response theory. Item response theory is a theory of measurement. It's a method for demonstrating the validity and reliability of the measurement. It is widely used in education to evaluate the items in the tests, questionnaires, and other instruments. It can also help develop better test scoring and better tests. Hence, item response theory is a significant approach in the field of assessment.
So here are the references that I've used in my research. Thank you everyone and have a nice day.